Hi. So this one is for all of you light workers, starseeds, empaths, intuitives, people who've worked on and developed their psychic abilities. Now, as you raise your vibration, you become really magnetic. Now, you become magnetic for all the lovely and beautiful things in this universe, but not only. You also become magnetic for things that aren't really keen on people being high vibration, intuitives, healers, and all the good and lovely light workers and starseeds and their fabulous missions on this planet. And I've felt this myself, and I'm probably going to do videos, probably also write more extensive blogs on my first encounter and run-in with what you might want to call dark forces. I mean, some of you may be familiar with concepts like reptilians, archons, earthbound spirits. Yeah, so you're magnetic and you draw to yourself even these types of forces. Just seeing 1, 2, 3 there. So that's right. So what I want to tell you is, I mean, I've recently had another bout of this stuff, right? So if you can hear your guides, if you can potentially communicate with the astral or the non-material, yeah, they may try to trick you into thinking you are speaking to your guides. You know, you are speaking to someone who wants to do good for you, and that's colloquially, I mean, many people call it false light, right? So that's one way of attack, right? They could try to come in purporting to be some good spirits and try to influence you. So use your discernment. Never buy into messages straight away. You know, there's a lot of channelers out there who just channel something and then boom, off on the internet. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but how did you feel when that happened? Did you feel a downward movement or kind of an uplifting kind of feel in you? Try to tune into your heart, tune into your body. And I'm not saying it's easy, yeah? This is quite difficult to figure out because these beings can easily trick you if you're not subtle enough to sense the vibrational differences, okay? And I'm not saying I'm super pro here, okay? I'm learning just as you are, just like everybody is. But it's really important, I feel, to raise awareness on this in the light community. I'm sure many of you have experienced this, but if you haven't, be aware that there's a lot of false light out there. There's a lot of these entities that will try to send you astray, right? Create tension and confusion in your life. That's what they feed on, and that delays you, right? That delays your mission and delays you from helping others. So you know, false light purporting to be you know, good beings that want different things from you. Pay attention to the vibrations, how you feel. Now, when you call them out, this is when they flip, right? They'll start cursing, they'll start doing all sorts of things, right? Because they'll start flooding you with negative energy. And what they do as well is they anchor stuff in your field. So, you know, I've literally just, like, most of today, I've had to freaking fight back one of these things, right? And I had to ground. You know, it's really cold outside. I went out, walked through the grass to ground, you know, and then it just let all that energy go. They really flooded me with bad energy, and this is not the first time this happens, but this time I was better at it because I could pick it up. And then when I called them on the false light, that's when they started really being nasty. And there's other things that you can do, okay? If it's really bad, just in 444 there. If it's really bad, you could call on Archangel Michael. But, you know, it depends on how confident you are with your skills. I think if you call on him, he'll turn up even if you can't sense it. In case you've got a really serious neg attack on your hands. So be aware of this, because this stuff happens, right? And after you get one of these floods of bad energy, they anchor stuff in your field, and it's, unless you're really experienced, I'm not there yet, you can't really remove it. So you just have to control yourself, and you just gotta be very aware, because what will happen is they'll put different things in your field that you used to have in your field. But if you worked on cleaning your shadow, you've done your shadow work, you've done a lot of good stuff to just purify your field, you haven't had those kinds of feelings in a long time. Like, I haven't been annoyed, angry in a rather long time. So even if people do very bad things to me, and all of a sudden now I just feel like, what, I'm irritable. What is this thing? You know what? And it's because of this, because they, they're leaving stuff in your field, and it takes some time to actually clear all that stuff out. So be aware. You're magnetic. Use your discernment. Listen to your body. Okay, not your mind. Your mind is very easily influenceable. Okay, they can put thoughts in there. Absolutely. And this is why when you're on the spiritual path, you start to understand that many people who only live through their thoughts because they associate themselves fully with their thoughts. So if I'm cold now, my mind's gonna say I'm cold. My body senses cold. That's what it means. But most people, they associate that, right? So I'm annoyed. You're not annoyed. You feel annoyance. You feel frustration. It's in your energetic field. If you're high enough on the spiritual path, or if you've distanced yourself from your thoughts and your feelings, you start to understand you are not the frustration. You are sensing frustration. There is a difference. And what happens is, after some of these attacks, or part of some of these neg attacks, is they can leave in your field things anchored, okay, which will create these feelings of, they're low vibration feelings, whatever they may be: anger, frustration, annoyance, you name it. I think the best I can advise from what I've seen is, if that does happen and you can clearly tell, this is not me, it's around, what's this thing going on here, it's most likely that this has happened, and of course, if you haven't done your shadow work, just in 111 there, if you haven't done your shadow work, if you haven't fully cleared all of these things, fully, when is fully, right? But if you haven't done a lot of that, then it could just be that these feelings are coming up for clearing, and that's absolutely fine. But if you know that you've had a run-in with negative energies, then it's very likely that they've left stuff anchored in your field, and it's not that they're anchored to you, they're not, but I think there's just like these programs that they can leave, that can impact your field. Best advice is, don't engage. Okay, mindfulness, absolutely traditional mindfulness on it. You sense it, you notice it, you leave it. It is not you. Have the awareness that it is not you. Don't feed it. Don't give it your energy. It'll drop away. So, this is real. This is really happening. It's not just in your mind. I definitely have experienced this, and I'm putting this out there for people to know. This is happening, and it's going to happen to more and more people as Ascension picks up, as we all collectively lift our vibration. We are going to start to have these problems. Of course, the more of us out there who are bringing the light to this planet, the stronger we will get, and potentially, obviously, these dark forces will have to spread themselves really thin. However, the ones that are active now, we are trailblazers. And we have to be aware. We have to be aware, and we have to be on top of what's happening. Keep that awareness within us. And keep going. So this is that was pretty much the message. Okay, stay strong, ground. You could take showers. That's pretty good. If you physically ground yourself as well, that's a very good advice. You know, radiators, things that are grounded. Yeah, you could do that. And it just will help you clear whatever energy is in yours that was bombarded into your field. Happy days, huh? Cool. Well, thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, let me know in the comments if there are comments about. There should be on the platforms I'm gonna put this on. If you know, let's engage. Let's have a chat about this. This needs to be out there in the open, in the public psyche and in the conversation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you.